Greetings, programs, and welcome back to ArcNeo Reviews, where we are going to continue our little fiasco of a grown man playing with McDonald's Happy Meal grade Transformers. Sorry if the light's a little different. I know I'm casting a shadow here that I don't normally cast. I'm redoing the office a little. Things have moved. Still trying to get things settled in here to a good, usable state. Also working on being able to do live streaming and stuff. Having a lot of fun setting that up. But anyway, so last time we did this, I left off with the Transformers Beast Machines figure line. So today, while I don't have their exact order, toy order they came out in, I have the full range of Armada figures. So we're going to go through and look at all of those. And I'm going to start by just looking at the Autobots. So, first off here, we have a very, very shoddy little Hotshot. The shoddiness is going to be a running theme. Several of these guys I got were still sealed in the package even, and they were ridiculously bad. I did have this one, and I had most of this line as a kid, and I don't know how these didn't. These are worse than the Beast Machines ones. As you can see, painted on, fake wheels here. The actual wheels are underneath on this sea of red. I mean, at least they, I give them that they molded in some details here and there and stuff, but yeah, you'll notice like none of these alt modes are going to hold together very well at all. And fun fact, actually, all of these figures both have Minicon ports, dead ones obviously, but you can plug Minicons on them, as well as when we get this guy transformed, which I will just shut up and do now in all of the 5 seconds it takes. They have Minicon connectors as well. So you can plug these guys onto your actual Armada figures like Minicons. And, yeah, the face on this thing is wonderful. You can actually rotate the head a little bit, though good luck getting your hand in there to do so. Rotation there at the arm, that's basically all you get. The legs are just here. That really is all he has, is feet. This guy's terrible, and it's gonna get worse because each of the teams combine. So yeah, that's why I'm looking at the Autobots first, then I'm gonna do the Autobots combine mode. You're in for a treat when we get to that crap. So, oh, and worth mentioning, while he's a car, I know I completely botched this part. He's got a pullback motor. These back wheels do that. It is a little bit cool on this one. The wheels actually start off slow and then speed up if they don't lock up. So that part's a little bit neat. I will give credit there. But yeah, terrible molded in arms and these bizarre just car roof wings. It's bad, and it's gonna get worse. So next up we have Red Alert, and yeah, Red Alert at least has 2 actual wheels in the back and then fake ones in the front. For him, his gimmick is you push down on the very obvious head, and it has, one of those little rev engines for the wheels right there. Clear red for the entire light bar thing. A little Decepticon or Minicon port there on the side. Completely hollow. Transforms in like nothing flat. Looks absolutely terrible after you do. I had this guy as a kid as well. He was just as bad back then. Only articulation you really have is kicking his little legs forward, or his arms can move forward and back. If you can even call those arms. Once again, it's just molded onto the backside of a door wing this time. Yep, these things suck. Not gonna sugarcoat it, they suck. And next we have Smokescreen, who in some ways is the worst. As you can see, this side will not sit flat at all. The one I had as a kid had the same problem. That is apparently just a mold problem with these things. I have no idea if I'll ever be able to fix that. I will try. Gimmick on this one, there's basically a little button in the bumper here. When you hit it, his crane arm boom thing pops off. Yay! It doesn't even hold on that well to begin with. So, he does have just, normal wheels, which are unfortunately connected on the axle, so there's that bit of fun. There's also a button on the bottom you can use to disengage his little crane boom. To transform him, I think transformation-wise, this one's actually the worst. Fold out these pieces, fold this down, turn the horrible-looking head around, and flip out the foot panel. Then you're supposed to take this and, plug it on the back there. Sometimes it'll stay, sometimes it won't. This is awful. This is, literally the worst thing ever. Except somehow it still gets worse. Ugh. So, yeah, just drink in how wonderful these proportions are. Oh my word. I did not want these things because they were good. Let me tell you that much. And finally, we have Optimus Prime, who is completely made out of translucent plastic for the most part. I'll give the truck mode credit. The truck mode looks okay. The back wheels, unfortunately, are once again, axle connected, so there's that. The truck mode's not the worst thing. It's close, but it's not quite the worst thing. But then you transform it. So you flip down his feet, pull out the arms, what little they go, bend up his fists, fold this panel back, and flip up the head. That's supposed to be Optimus Prime. Yeah. And it gets better. His gimmick is that you're supposed to be able to pull down on this little yellow piece, and he'll punch like the the full-size figure of him does. It doesn't work. This guy was brand new in a package when I got him. This gimmick doesn't work at all. So yeah, they absolutely nailed it there. And like I said, these guys combine. And I promise you, I'm not doing this wrong. You're literally supposed to take all four of these guys in robot mode and do this. Oh, and yeah, this guy's little button here loves to just get stuck sometimes. I don't know why, but flipping up his feet will unstick it when that happens. So if his tab won't come out to actually hook onto things, there, now you know how to fix it. And there you go. There you have the combined mode. It's literally the four of them standing on each other's shoulders. Yeah. Such wonders. Yeah, worth mentioning, I did not have all of these guys when I was a kid. I thought this, getting them all combined was going to be so awesome. And yeah, here I am, 18 years later. I finally got to combine them. This sucks! This is the worst thing I have seen in so long. This is hysterical. I genuinely don't know how much worse they could have made this if they had tried to make it bad. So, yeah, here's your Autobots for this little set. And if anyone's, unsure about me doing this right, here's the directions that show how you're supposed to do this. That really is it. I have all the little direction sheets for these guys except for Megatron. And Megatron I just remember from as a kid. But yeah, that's what you get. Yay. Let's get this crap out of here and get back over to the Decepticons where things are at least a little better. Okay, now for the Decepticons, they're a little bit better. Not the best, but a little better. So, for fun, let's start with Demolisher. We'll get the worst of them out of the way. And to be fair, his little tank mode, it's fairly decent, actually. It doesn't look that great, doesn't look anything like the real one. But, I mean, it's passable. This one's action feature. Push the little yellow piece, and the side turret falls off. Which also does need to happen for transformation, which is a little bit of a problem. Word of warning, if for whatever reason you decide to go after these guys, finding this guy with his explodey arm is like the hardest thing to do. This was the make or break part of this video, was actually finding one that still had this arm. But transform him, you're going to slide the treads down, then fold out the feet, turn this little turret thing around, that's supposed to be one of his arms, put this back on the other way so that the fist is facing forward, and then fold up his head. There you go. They didn't even mold his face right. But it's better than any of the Autobots, sadly. I do have to say that much. It works better than the Autobots. It actually looks better if you leave this arm back, but you are supposed to move it forward. And fun thing about these guys when you combine them, you actually combine all of them in vehicle mode this time. So, yeah, go ahead. We're going to transform him back. That will happen every 5 seconds, whether you hit the button or not. And we'll get him out of the way. And we'll grab Starscream. Now, Starscream definitely looks the worst in vehicle mode. He probably just looks the worst, actually. But, a little bit cool with him. He's the third jump starter. So, if we can make this work, I don't know, but we'll see. Come on. There we go. no articulation, but you know, I was about to say at least they got the head right. No, that head, he's got duck lips. So yeah, he fails on all fronts, but you know what? It's still a little bit cool that they made a third jump starter, you know, 24 years after the originals. And he actually worked. So there's that. Literally nothing else to show on him. No articulation, no nothing. But his gimmick works. Hooray. Next up we have Cyclonus, whose head does not hide away correctly. As you can see, helicopter mode looks eh. I mean, I guess it's okay if you could ignore the head. Gimmick is a little weird on this one. He does have wheels on the back here, but this front wheel, as you turn it, it actually has like a lot of resistance, and you know, it's gearing up so that it spins the propeller really fast. And if you get it going quick enough, let me see if I can even do this right. The propeller will eventually fly off. So that's, again, it's a little neat, but it's weird. Transform him. Pull out on the this. Bring it down along the track. Peg it back in. And adjust his arms however you want. Pull up the head, what little it'll pull up. It feels like the head was supposed to move more, both up and down. But, yeah, it ends up just kind of sitting here in the middle, looking very awkward. The arms look kind of decent, at least. I will give it that. Clearly, he has the Minicon attached on the front here. So, there's some good to be had with this one. If you squint really, really hard. Yeah, gonna go ahead, put him back in vehicle mode. For him, he's the only one you do something special with for the combination mode. You will want to leave both of his arms facing down, like that. So, there's Cyclonus. And finally, we get to Megatron. Yeah. Turret is completely loose and also removable, funny enough. So, good luck finding this thing with the turret if you bother trying to find it at all. Here's a tip, don't bother trying to find it. Weird clear translucent plastic up there. Clear purple for the torso. He's just a hodgepodge of colors. To transform him, you do actually have to take this off. Pull down on the bottom half of the tank. Rotate it around. Close the legs in. Fold out the feet. Fold out the arms. And then put the turret back on with the barrel pointed down. And there you have Megatron. And, you know, I'll give him credit. The colors are terrible, but just mold-wise and what it representing what it's supposed to represent, this is probably the best of them. He does have a gimmick himself. Just push down on the turret. And he punches. So yes, him and Optimus both had a punching gimmick. Only difference is it works on Megatron. And something I forgot to mention, Megatron and Optimus, if you ever like have the chance to see these guys or feel them, their forearms and fists are like kind of chalky feeling and almost dusty looking. These actually are glow in the dark. I don't know why But yeah, they glow. Unfortunately, they do just glow green, so that weird chalkiness is basically just like a clear coat of glow-in-the-dark green. It's dumb. It's not worth trying to show off. That is still the worst punch gimmick I've ever seen in my life. So, there's that. Go ahead, get him back into tank mode. And then we will combine these idiots. So, to combine them, just going to peg these little Minicon ports on them into Starscream right here. Which can be a little easier said than done. Worth mentioning, I know it doesn't really come through on camera in any way, but they are made of kind of a lot. Most of these McDonald's Transformers have a slight rubberiness to the plastic, so it can make getting these Minicon ports and stuff pegged together a real pain. But get them all pegged together, and then what you're going to have to do with Cyclonus is this little notch will sit over the bar that connects Starscream's legs. This gun will slot down right there, and then this gun will go down right there. So, nothing about Cyclonus is actually a tight connection. He's literally just like resting on top of them. And this is your great Decepticon combine mode. I think the sad part is this is still better than what the Autobots got. It's still so dumb. Again, this guy's not even really connected, so he will fall off all the time. But that's what you get. That was the reason you wanted to collect them all, was so you could do this. Hooray! So awesome and worth it, isn't it, guys? Yeah, the other ones I can see a little bit of fun to be had with them, even if, you know, they didn't look anything like the characters they were supposed to be. These ones, I'm going to just keep these as relics, and anytime someone tries to tell me how bad a modern figure is, I'm just going to point to these. Because no matter how bad an actual Hasbro figure is, they will never be this bad. So, thank you for listening to this cautionary tale, and I will see you next time.